Following a joint investigation by the Sunday Times, The Times and Channel 4 dispatches, a number of women have broken their silence about what they allege Russell Brand left out of that book. These women have made a range of accusations about Brand's behaviour between 2004 and 2013. The full allegations include rape, sexual assault, emotional and physical abuse, sexual harassment, controlling behaviour and bullying. Brand, now 48, became a household name in the mid-2000s with his stand-up comedy and TV presenting. Hollywood beckoned, and he dabbled in political activism too.
You've got to vote Labour.
In recent years, Brand has reinvented himself, moving into the worlds of wellness and online misinformation. I began researching allegations against him after I became aware of rumours on the UK comedy circuit about his behaviour. I was joined by my colleague Charlotte Wace, who has extensively investigated Brand's behaviour after he moved to Los Angeles in about 2010. One of his alleged victims was put in touch with Charlotte by an acquaintance of the woman. The acquaintance had heard we were investigating allegations of abuse. We are calling the alleged victim Nadia to protect her anonymity. Nadia says that she and Brand had consensual sex once, in June 2012. A few days later, Brand asked her to come to his home in West Hollywood. When Nadia arrived, she says that Brand emerged naked from a bedroom. He told her there was another woman there and he wanted her to join them. She refused. The following excerpt, voiced by an actress, is her account.
He pushed me up against the wall. I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, I have a friend here. And I want you to come into the bedroom. I'm like, no, that's not happening. We're not doing that. And I tried to get away from him. I slipped away from the wall. I went to another wall that had a painting on it, a huge painting. My bag got actually stuck underneath that, and it's still on my arm. And at this point, he's grabbing at my underwear, pulling it to the side. I'm telling him to get off me, and he won't get off. And he has that glazed look in his eye again. I was very distraught, trying to get out of the house with him being so much taller than me, like holding me up against the wall, pushing himself in me. I couldn't move. He finally comes and gets off of me, and I push him away. He blocks the door. He's like, are you okay? I'm like, no, I'm not okay. Get away from me. And he's like, well, let's calm down. I ran out and I jumped in my car. I was in a daze.
Since 2021, I've been speaking to a woman who had a 3-month relationship with Brand in 2006, when she was 16 and he was 30. Alice, not her real name, has alleged that she now thinks she was groomed by the comedian. In the following account, she describes some of the abuse she claims she suffered at his hands.
I was sat up in the bed up against the headboard, and he forced his penis down my throat, and I couldn't breathe. It was just choking me, and I couldn't breathe. I was pushing him away, and he wasn't backing off at all. And so I ended up having to punch him really hard in the stomach to get him off. And then he fell backwards, and I was crying, and he said, oh, I only want to see your mascara run anyway.
Them blowjobs where mascara runs a little bit. Good. But I wouldn't suggest it. That would be horrible. If I suggested it, no, that's improper.
And then I knew at that point that, he didn't care about hurting me physically or emotionally or any of it. He just was, it took me, I was like, I know that it shouldn't take you having to punch someone and to win them. To get them off you, it shouldn't be a physical fight.
To corroborate their accounts, we've spoken to family members and to friends, seen private emails and text messages, and viewed medical and therapists' notes. Brand, who recently celebrated 20 years of sobriety, had previously claimed to be a sex addict and has often made jokes about his predatory behaviour.
Things are going very well in America. I've got a couple of films coming up in which I don't have to highlight that I was a dreadful drug addict and philanderer.
These women's stories, told publicly for the first time, shine a light on Brand's alleged mistreatment of women and on a TV and comedy industry which helped to enable him.